Hello everyone. In today's video session, we would be discussing array in C language. Learning outcomes. We would be understanding the concept of array. We will categorize array into its types. Also, we will study some programs using array. So, do you know what is an array or how is it written? Let's take a look towards it. Definition. An array is defined as the collection of multiple data of same data type, which means it stores various or multiple data belonging to same data type. For example, there are 10 values of integer. So you can make an array of those 10 values. Means you made an array that is a collection of this multiple data which is of a same type, that is it is of a integer. Syntax: data type, array name and array size, and semicolon. Some examples are given below. Int a in square brackets 100 semicolon, char a in square bracket 20 semicolon. Memory representation. Whenever we declare an array, how is the array stored in the memory? Let us take a look. For an array, we have an array here, int a in square bracket 8, that is it can store 8 values. We have initialized array. You can initialize array by writing it in curly braces separated by commas. So see, this is an array A. These are the 8 elements: 5, 5, 10, 12, 17, 3, 1 and 2. These are the values which are stored in array A. These are the index number. The index number of the first element of array is 0 and it is sequential flow, and for the last element it is 7. You can also remember that for last element of an array the index number is 1 minus from the size. Now the size is 8, so the last element index number is 7. This 100, 102, 104, 106, 108 and so on are the addresses of those particular values. Always keep in mind, array elements are always stored in continuous memory location. Okay. Now what are the types of array? There are basically two types of array: single dimensional array and multi-dimensional array. Now when you have only one dimension or one reference, then you use a single dimensional array. For example, rainfall level on different days. Now rainfall level is measured in a certain unit, that is considered millimeters. So for each day we'll have a separate number. So that's only one reference. Or days of week: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That's a single reference. So at that time we use a single dimensional array. Multi-dimensional array, when you have two dimensions or two reference. Example is a matrix. For a matrix, you have certain number of row, column. You might have heard 3 into 3 matrix, 2 into 2 matrix. So these are rows and columns. There are two dimensions or two reference for the multi-dimensional array. What is the use of array? It stores multiple data of same data type. Instead of declaring the same data again and again and increasing the length of the program, you can declare it only once. Now it is referred by same name, but they have different index number. Like we saw in the memory representation, a element refers to all those values, but all the values have different index number like 0, 1, etc. They are stored in continuous memory location. It is very easy to access the array elements, and you can access the array element by their index number. Okay, each array element has different index number. Now we will study some programming examples. We would be studying two programming examples. Our first statement is write a program to accept array elements from user and display them. Okay, so this is the program. So we have included header files here. Then in the main, we have declared an array a is equal to 100 and two integer variables n and b. Then printf, enter number of elements, scanf, we have stored the value in n. So we have asked the user to enter the number of elements he wants. Then printf enter elements. Using a for loop, we have stored the values in the array. Okay. Now check in the output. Here, first the statement is printed, enter number of elements. He will enter 5. Then enter element. We have entered the 5 elements. Then again, using the same for loop, we just printed the array elements. As you can see in the output, entered elements of array are and the elements are printed. Okay. Let's see the second programming example. That is, write a program to accept array elements and display sum of array elements. So in the last program, we just accepted array element and we displayed them. Now, see, the whole procedure is same up till here. We have accepted the array elements. Now in the last example, in the same for loop, we just gave a statement printf and we printed the array elements. Now we have given sum is equal to sum plus a of b. That means sum's initial value is 0. In sum, the value of array a of b respectively, the entered elements are going to be stored in it. And after the for loop, we have given a sentence to printf sum of array element entered is %d and sum. So in the output you can see he the the compiler has asked the user to enter the number of elements. He has entered 5. Then 5 elements are entered and sum of the elements entered up to now is displayed, that is 220. Thank you for watching. I hope you would have understood the concept.